Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be testing out the Coercer Navy issue in the T2 Electric Abyss. Previously, I tried this out with pulse lasers and Brawly style, jumping straight in, trying to face tank everything. It felt a bit sketchy, just face tanking stuff in this destroyer. Even though this destroyer was pretty tanky for a classical destroyer, it still didn't feel like it was enough to face tank stuff in the T2 Electrical Abyss. So what we're going to be doing is switch over to a sniper style. I think that might be a way to combat the weaknesses we had before. Just avoid the damage instead of having to take the damage. So brick sniper, we'll try this out. We're going with beam lasers here. Gonna hopefully get some really good range and just slap the abyssal entities with it. Let's just check that the rig's alright. Yeah, I think the rigs were a bit wrong here. Brick sniper, fit. Combine fit. There we go. Now we can activate all these modules. There, perfect. We can check here what the range is of these different ammunition types. So Imperial Navy multi-frequency. 1712 is an alright range. I think that's further than Retribution can hit. See where the Aurora hits, or we've not got it grouped up. Let's go like this. Can we get it to just attach all these? No, okay, we'll try when we undock. I think we might have still got some filaments. Yeah, we've got them, okay. So we'll undock and see how this performs as a sniper, which I think is the intended purpose of this ship because it gets a better range, but I mean, there's nothing saying it can't be a brawler as well. Or maybe it's not an intended purpose, perhaps just good to have range so you can just hit far, even though you have pulse lasers. It's still not like you can hit really far, just so you can hit further than you otherwise could. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to go sniper style with this. Okay, let's see. Multi-frequency. What is the range? 1725. And Aurora. Do we have Aurora? Aurora. Oh, we've only got 5 Aurora. How come we've only got 5 Aurora? Oh, no, we're not. Okay. Can you seriously? I don't know. It's just glitched out, it seems, because I've just unpackaged one. Let's group this. 45, 49. Okay, that's really far. I'm not sure if that's as far as a Retribution. I think a Retribution can hit out to 50. It was a while since I used a Retribution, though. But it feels similar to a Retribution. The benefits of the ship over a Retribution are follows. It's going to be slightly better in terms of its resists. It will have, though, less HP per second tank. It's got a lot better buffer than a Retribution, I believe. We can track here. Retribution, we can even just straight up compare it. Frigate, Retribution, Assault Frigate. Okay. The fire support is what I usually use in the T2 Abyss. 7k HP, so it's got less, 40 HP per second tank, 32 HP per second tank. Okay, and got better resists, so the tank is probably going to be equal. The Retribution goes quite a bit faster, 2.4 HP per second, and we can check the range. Aurora 48, so similar range. What about the multi-frequency? Similar range. Coercer is slightly better. Cap, reserve. Cap is better on the Retribution. And we're also going to get worse loot because we're in a destroyer. So there's pluses and minuses. I don't think this would be optimal considering its price. But I want to see how it performs either way. Let's jump straight in. And a great thing here with sniper-based platform is that we're able to do damage the second we come in here because of our really great range. Kikimora. Let's go for the Kikimora. Tangler is what we want to go for first. Let's move. Let's move. I wonder if we'll be able to break through this tank of this Kikimora because the direct evac is going to remote repair him quite a bit. We probably should have brought standard actually, because standard ammunition is going to do more damage than the Aurora and still be able to have some decent range. We'll go just straight in the multi-frequency and keep a range 10, 15, something like that. Okay, great. Yeah, we take him out pretty quickly. Keep a range 10 maybe. It's good to use our armor repair. Good to use our armor repair. Let's take him out. Come on, take out that Kikimora. Move a bit. Good to move a bit. Just need to take out that Kikimora. It's the only thing we need to take out. We'll scoot around here. Orbit a bit. There we go. Destroyed that Kikimora basically. Take out that guy. One more shot. Thank you very much. Okay. So we'll orbit this Drekavac now and keep damage on the Damavik. What is our optimal range? 12. Okay, so we're going to orbit a bit closer. Orbit 7.5. So we're going to be able to hit pretty well. Yeah, tracking doesn't seem to at all be an issue. Hitting these frigates, no problem, even though I'm not trying to create a good optimal or transverse, just orbiting. Still able to destroy him, no problem. Okay, go for this guy. Drekavac. We can get a wrecking shot, there's a risk of that. But good thing that this ship has a big buffer, though. Not right now, because half our armor has been obliterated, but we'll repair up. Slowly but surely. That was good. We were able to take out Kikimora Drekavac wave. They can be a bit hard, because you have to have a certain amount of DPS to overcome the Drekavac's reps. And also, if you are going to face the Kikimoras and take damage, you're going to have a bit of tank to be able to survive them as well. So a good DPS slash tank slash mobility test, and we were able to pass it with flying colours here. We did get a bit low on our armour at one point, but it was alright. Let's go to the Biadaptive Cache over here. Great. Land one shot. Good. Open this up. What do we get? What do we get? 1.8 million. Pretty bad loot considering it's T2. Then again, I'm used to doing this in like frigates. They're going to be giving a bit more loot than destroyers. This feels just a bit more than T1 electric frigate solo, but less than T2 electric frigate solo. Which is exactly what we're going to be getting here, because we will get 2 times the amount of loot as a cruiser. Frigates get 3 times the amount of loot as a cruiser. Okay, well, we've got anchoring Damaviks. They can be good to take out. Aurora. Let's pull range. I want to go with the multi-frequency. I will just try to keep transversal somewhat up. Usually beams are able to hit pretty well to frigates, but when you're moving at high speeds it can still be a bit of trouble at times. Great, that anchoring is soon down now, this one. Oh, we've got web as well in the case. There's a lot of... we're going to be stayed put here. This is where you would love to have the pulse lasers, because the pulse lasers would be able to obliterate these guys a lot quicker, with even better tracking than our beams actually. But it's sort of the downside of kiting is that when you're caught up close, then you've not got as good combat capabilities. But seeing that we're doing a pretty good job at taking them out in terms of tracking and tank is a good sign. A very, very good sign indeed. What kind of... oh, Capacitor is horrible. 1.4 gigajoules a second is not at all something I would like to have in the T2 Abyss solo. The smallest newts will take us out, and the Coercer is also a ship which you don't want to take chances with newts as well. I mean, you can take chances with newts, but it's a bit more susceptible to newts than classical ships. I mentioned this with the Marian-based ships a lot of the time. If you're fully newted out, there's nothing you can do really, apart from trying to somehow wish the RNG is going to be on your side, that you somehow get out of it, because if you're neutered out, you can't shoot, so there's nothing that's going to destroy the thing that's neuting you. If you're using missile-based ships, you'll still be able to shoot, and you can still have a chance of fighting your way out, but not in an Amarian-based ship. It is not going to help you. Let's go with the MWD now towards the Biadaptive Cache. Can break that dammer. Great, and a lot of these frigates have already been destroyed because of the Automata Suppressor as well. The rogue drones, so they'll go a bit quicker than they usually would be. See what kind of loot we get. Give us the good loot. Using this kind of expensive ship, 180 million ship, for doing these kind of sites, I don't think it is really worth it for the risk to reward ratio. If this was 50 million ISK, I would think it's good, but 180 million, I don't think it's worth it. It doesn't feel strong and reliable enough for the amount of reward you get. If it was reliable, then yeah, I think that 180 million ISK would be good, but the risk to reward ratio balance we've got here does not feel suitable in my opinion. Okay, let's go into the next room here. Use Aurora. Start spitting lasers on them straight away. Aurora Charybdis. Okay, we'll go for that Entangler first. use our MWD. Oh, we're going to go super fast because there's a tachyon clad nearby. Oh, Charybdis is doing damage straight away. Come on. Oh, we can't lock them up because of the sensor dumps. Smart of them to hinder us from doing damage straight away. Let's go with Multifrequency. Entangler wants to get on top of us. We need to take him out before he webs us, because if he webs us, Charybdis is going to be able to hit us pretty damn hard. It's launch of volley of lasers here. Okay, we can't. Seems like the Entangler just decided to go away. I think he got caught by the tachyon cloud and is being launched into oblivion. We can perhaps use Aurora here. A little bit to the side. That should be alright. If we just orbit Charybdis at 500. Great, okay. And these obfuscators, I think they're just not doing anything when we're up close and personal here with Charybdis. And we can switch over to Multifrequency now that they've come closer. And in a perfect range as well. Our optimal is 12 kilometers. There we go, an obfuscator here. Okay, F-Alt is destroyed. Go for Charybdis. This wave, or this abyss site, is going a bit longer than the previous ones because we've got a bit more extensive waves. Previously, when I was using the Coercer Navy issue, I had very quick waves, such as the starving Leshak or just Leshak waves. They're really fast. And then we're also using beam lasers, which are doing less DPS. So it's going to make so that everything goes a bit slower. I wonder though if we could continue trying against other waves with the pulse lasers. I wonder how that Kikimora wave would go, because we would destroy them a lot quicker though. It would go a lot faster than it would otherwise go with beam lasers. We just jump and do conflag straight away. I think it might be fun. And we tank also more than this as well. So, not really sure. I mean, it's hard to kite when you're in this kind of ship because you're not too fast. And you also got a gigantic signature radius due to no like bonuses to MWD, signature bloom, and also being a destroyer, which is bigger than a frigate. Like say a retribution, it's got a signature radius bonus. So this fire spot here got 114 meter signature radius, even though we're using the MWD, 3 times less than the Coercer. Plus you're going faster, a lot better kiting platform. So it feels almost like this has to brawl and just brute force tank everything. But it just doesn't feel nice to have to brute force tank everything. Maybe we could use a reactive armor hardener, because a reactive armor hardener does provide some very good bonuses to tank in certain resist waves. Like for example, I would say perhaps a Cinnabar wave would do a lot better with a reactive armor hardener than it otherwise would with just straight multispectrums, because we'll be able to patch up those low resists, the and explosive resists, which are essential to have when you're facing Cinnabars. So we pull through the T2 Electric Abyss with the Coercer, 180 million is ship though, so it's not at all a cheap ship, but we pull through with a Kitey Star, and we had less tank than we previously had, so it felt good, but it doesn't feel like good enough for me to justify the price of it. But probably we'll do more tests in the future, see if we can find more optimal fits. Perhaps there's also piloting tricks we can do to do this a bit more reliably. But to be honest, I don't think it's that great for the T2 Electric Abyss, at least with the fits I've tried so far. If you've got any recommendations of fits or any ways you've been able to get Coercer Navy issues to do the T2 Electric solo smoothly, let me know. I'm curious to know about it. Another thing to know is that this ship also could be a good co-op Abyss ship because it's got a utility high slot. So, since this ship has a big buffer, it's going to be, like, just generally speaking, better at surviving big wrecking shots from high-tier Abyss entities such as Charybdis Tyrannus. So you could perhaps have a remote armor repair and have 2 of these go in T3s, perhaps. It's a possibility. I can see that being something people could do for some co-op style. Could be fun. Anyway, that's enough for now. Coercer and the T2 Electric Abyss Sniper style. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.